Hey, this is John Reyes, and thanks for joining the Authority Marketing Podcast. Go ahead, pull up your virtual seat and hang out with us, because in every episode, I'll interview another high-level direct marketing, sales, or copywriting expert so they can pinpoint, dish out, and just share the type of wisdom that can help you hit the highest levels of marketing growth in the least amount of time. And if you haven't yet, get some help along the way by downloading the Authority sales page swipe file for free at copyblueprints.com. Other than that, sit back, relax, and join us. Today we're joined by Melissa Esmeralda, who is a pretty seasoned copywriter for kind of the coach, consultant, personality-based entrepreneur. Melissa, thanks for coming on today.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Of course. So can you tell us who you're actually serving right now? I'm not sure if you're still serving the same audience as a copywriter or...
Yeah. The way I normally introduce myself is I'm a copywriter, marketing strategist, and semi-retired rugby player. I primarily work with coaches, course creators, online service providers, but my umbrella is really passionate entrepreneur, someone who started off as a solopreneur and then has grown their business to have a small team.
Cool. So I think when we first met, we talked about some similar experience we had in this space. Is a space I've served for many years. But the funny thing is, I think it's the same for you, is when many solopreneurs, when they're at that level where they're either starting up or they aim to get past 500,000 or even 7 figures per year, they usually run into similar problems, right? And one of them that we talked about, which I think is one of the most interesting parts to overcome, is, for people, a lot of coaches and consultants who market their personality, they usually get to a certain level in their career or, in their business where they get emotionally tied to their own marketing and copy, right?
Yep. Yeah, definitely. It's hard to separate yourself from it.
The funny thing is, because it gets in the way of them trying to sell themselves. And I think you've dealt with this a lot too, is whether it's either their personality or a passion or some sort of, a motivation behind running their company. At some point, they have to separate the emotional aspect from the business aspect, right?
Yeah, and it varies by individuals too. But yeah, especially when your business, it's so something that you're so passionate about, it's so difficult to draw the line of, okay, this is what I do, not necessarily what I am, but it comes with time.
And that's kind of why people come to people. That's why, the entrepreneurs and coaches at that level, that's why they come to people like you, right? Because either they need the reality check or they need someone to just, like pull it out of them.
hmm Yeah, it's a fun process, and it's really fun seeing clients' faces and hearing their feedback. Like, oh wow, like I never thought about this, but like really, it's just from consuming their content and getting to know them a little bit, and then just kind of bringing.
Thanks for tuning in. You've reached the end of the sample. To listen to the full episode, as well as the plethora of enlightening, insightful, and extremely profitable episodes of the Authority Marketing Blueprint podcast, click the links in the description and like, share, follow the Authority Marketing Blueprint podcast. Thanks for joining in.